Hey, and welcome to the video. All right, so I'm going to pull a card. I've already pulled the card, and I'm also going to read from a book. And the messages are really good today. The book I'm going to read from is Parallel Universes of Self. You might see it backwards. I am not sure, but it's by Frederick Dodson. And I've done this book before. It's really thick, but oh my God, it's so good. And the card I pulled is the Empress card. It's about birthing new ideas, new possibilities, a new relationship, a new business, whatever you want that to be, whatever fits in your life. So what may be the message for you today? So let's get going. The little affirmation, there's a couple in this card, and one is, I give birth to my abundantly rich future. And the next little part is, you are love. You are ruler, you are nurturer, you are creativity, and the miracle of life entwined. You are all of these things, and you are safe to breathe life into the world that you desire to birth, that you desire to create, which is your life. How do you want things to go from now forward? From now forward. Yes, I was just triggered about something earlier, and I got focused on all the past mistakes relating to that thing, right? The past, because that's all I have to refer to. I don't have a future, so this is what happens to us. So we refer to the past. I mean, more disappointments, right? And then we're like, here it goes again. I'm going to disappoint myself again in this area. And I had to really hone it in. Now, you want to feel and experience the emotions, right? But you also want to go, if I continue to focus on the past and talk about the past, I create more of that. And like this card, so when I pulled this card, I was like, oh, well, good one, right? Future, new ideas, new possibilities, open to the future, move forward. Start with the present where you are. So we don't want to ignore the present. We want to be fully planted in our present. And sometimes that is getting real about where you are now, right? Like, I'm here. I may not be in a, I mean, most of my life I really love. It's just there's something that I've been working on that, again, it's frustrating, right? And so I'm like, oh my God, am I going to keep repeating this? So if I choose to shut down and not really deal with it or feel really bad about it again, I'm just going to keep repeating that. So it's like, okay, there's new ideas to be birthed, even if I can't figure out what they are in this moment, right? Even if it feels like there's no possible, we get in this mood, there's no ideas, I don't have anything, I don't know. But it's like, no, there's always something. So first of all, what I suggest again is when you're in a mood or a state where you feel this downward spiral and really emotional, it's good to feel, cry through those feelings, let it out, let it out. You can look up something called EFT tapping, really good. And I even have videos on my YouTube channel about it. But again, it's like, okay, I'm choosing not to repeat the past, because so I couldn't imagine going forward for the rest of my years that I have left, continually repeating patterns that I don't like, right? I'm like, no, there's got to be a point when you go, this is it. This is the end of that. I'm moving forward. I'm finally going to get over this thing. So you decide, I'm getting over this thing, right? And so I thought this card was so good. The Empress reminds you that you have the fertility of the divine goddess within you, as well as the imagination to envision and create your life with more love, more connection, more healing, and more abundance. Feel free to take that literally, right? I'm just kind of going through it. I don't need to talk about it all. And then we're going to read from this book too. This Empress energy expands within every breath you draw to. So take time to expand into divine creation. Instead of going to the past and going over the past and feeling disappointed about things that have happened and disappointed even about where you are now. Each moment, like it literally, each second is a new start. Each second is a new moment. So every time, so when we choose to finally go, no, I'm moving forward. So every time my mind was going back in 10, I'm like, stop. You got to bring yourself to like a neutral. That's the breathing, the tapping, I'm choosing something new for myself. I'm choosing something new for myself. I'm choosing something new for myself. And so you can repeat, because then your mind is focused on those words, not the crap you don't want to keep repeating, right? So recite something, have a mantra you can say. Everything is always working out for me. This is all in the divine plan. This is in the divine plan. That means it's going to work out perfectly. This is in the divine. And I asked my God, source, universe for help. I said, angels, I am going in this. I don't want to go down in that spiral. Please guide me, help me out of this right now. I need your guidance. I need your support. I need your help. Yell at me, speak really loud. What do you want me to do? How can I move through this? How can I breathe through this? Right? That's really what I did. So it's possible for you. That's how to go about it, right? What areas of your life need more nurturing, and what areas of your current situation are you asking to be nurtured, right? To be helped, to be guided. So we can we always have that access available to us, right? All right, so the book. Now, this is what I was reading yesterday and today. And it's so simple, but it's so cool. And it's kind of what we were talking about. The moment you are not looking at something, it does not exist. This book covers a lot of kind of like quantum physics theories too, quantum physics. So the moment you are not looking at something, it doesn't exist. So if I'm staring out at the beautiful view, right? The beautiful view, in a way, remember everything exists in your head, right? So you live within your body, you live within your mind, whatever. So I'm staring at a beautiful view for a long time, and I'm just so in the moment of that view, and so in the view, and so in it, the mess that may be behind me in my house at the moment does not exist because I'm not even focusing or thinking of it, right? When you keep on focusing and it becomes more feelable, more solid, more meaningful, and ultimately more real, what I'm focusing on, right? Beliefs are solidified thoughts, and that have been focused on for so long and with such emotion and trust that they start accumulating similar thoughts and emotions and turn into a package of thought forms we call a belief. Now, this is about things we're choosing to focus on as in beliefs, thoughts in your head, like, oh my God, I'm going to repeat this. I'm going to repeat this. Oh, and it's happening again. So that's what you don't want to focus on, because when you put hyper focus with emotion on it, it condenses and it becomes so focused and it becomes materialized, basically, right? So we don't want to keep repeating again. So when you get into those states, you want to be, what am I forming? What am I starting to create right now? I'm creating a lot of what happened in the past. I don't want to, because my focus is there. What we focus on is where the energy goes. And the more energy and emotion we put into it, it continues to be, because it's in our awareness. It's so much in our awareness that it is there in front of us. It is within us, in front of us, all around us. That's all we can sense, right? Then it becomes that belief is like hardwired in you even more. Oh, see, I did it again. I'm a failure in this area. There's no way this is going to happen for me. Like, I did it again, right? And then those thoughts keep happening. And then your feelings and emotions match them, which isn't good. And your frequency is that. So then you just attract more of it, right? On the other hand, things you no longer focus on start moving into the background, the backdrop of life, losing their relevance to your current experience, losing their importance and solidity until finally they cease to exist, as far as you're concerned. Right? So it's like, if I'm focused on how I failed in this one area, that's going to just blow up. I'm going to feel it more. I'm going to feel it stronger, all of, like I said, and I'm going to embody it. And then I'm going to start to create it again in my life. My frequency will be like that. Then I will attract more things that mimic that, which are more bad things, kind of, right? So if I let go, so when people say like, they let go of it, or they surrender, it means they stop focusing on it. Right? So it's not a magic trick. You just stop focusing your thoughts, your feelings, and it takes practice. And how, like I said, you go to neutral first. Neutral from oh my God, neutral, breathing, connecting to your heart, feeling your body, and then move into more of the positive. That's when it feels more like the next right step would be to go into more positive, right? Your attention can travel anywhere. It has no limits. And I thought that was so cool. It's true, because we can sit and imagine we're in another country, right? So our attention, our imagination, our attention can be anywhere. It really can. Energy, real measurable energy, as in electricity or magnetism, and emotion go where attention goes. Right? Attention. Find out anything about anything and anyone simply by placing your attention on something. And most people's attention is outside of themselves. Most people's, and not on what they don't want, right? So it just continually brings more of that. And so he was talking about attention, how to build this attention within you, right? Rather than being the ball that's being played, you become the player, since reality creation is basically a question of where you put your attention, because that's what you're creating more of. That's what you're creating, right? I'm reading just parts of this, of course. Invest in attention, training your choice and your attention. So stop looking for the truth out there and start examining the tool with which you are searching, and especially the user of that tool, yourself, of course. Focus your attention on something for any given time span, and that is what will be more energy put towards it, and that will be more in your focus. That will be more in your life. Feel it for it more, you sense it more. On one hand, relaxation is required to focus attention. On the other hand, when you focus your attention, it helps you relax. So you can even do, if you have a candle that's lit and you're having a really hard time focusing your attention because your mind's just boom, boom, all over, then it's that candle on your heart. Stare at the candle, stare at the thing, but you can also say a mantra that keeps your focus on the words you're saying, not the thoughts. Or do the breathing and count, right? Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, through your nose. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 through your mouth, and continue that, but staring at the candle. So you practice focusing your attention. Then pretty soon it doesn't zip off into these negative thought patterns and the backwards. It's like, oh, I have more control over my thoughts. I have more control over my emotions in a good way. Right? Focusing attention, slow down the flow of thoughts. Helps you be more calm and calms down your mind, right? Bring your energy back to where it belongs, in the moment, here and now. The power to change reality does not come from a sense of lack or neediness, but from happiness that is not dependent of outside circumstances or people that need to change before I change, right? Second basic exercise is by defocusing. By intentionally not focusing on anything specific, this is putting your attention on neutral. So we want to, for me, what works when I'm in that crazy headspace is I have to go to neutral first. Because going to just positive thoughts, it's too much of a difference and it doesn't feel right. And I just get mad, right? The third way is focusing on something. So you can, like I said, the focusing on neutral, breathing your breath, holding your heart, breathing. I'm relaxing my body. My body is now feeling more relaxed. Count your breath, say a mantra. The third is by focusing on something. So either a mantra or the thought you desire to create. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm always guided, that I'm always, that I always have all that I need. I know that I'm moving in the right direction. That's to me is that focus on something. And then also the candle can do that too, right? But that's kind of like a neutral. Everything, remember, because everything is energy, all the same, and all the same one energy vibrating at different frequencies and at different rates or at different densities. This means that by solidifying thoughts, they become more dense. They turn into physical, material, everyday reality. And that's really the way it happens. So by solidifying the thoughts, so that's why you don't want to be focusing and thinking the same thoughts that you don't want to create over and over and over, or talking to your friends about it, or like it can happen if you in a relationship and things don't seem to be going well. The more you focused on that part of it, the more you keep talking about all the bad things, the more you will notice more of the bad things, the more you will tell your friends about the bad things. Pretty soon you're just so miserable in your relationship, and it seems like that all of it's bad, right? It's because that's where our focus goes. And that starts to materialize more and more and more. And what he says was just so cool. Focus on something for 60 seconds and you are vibrating at the same rate, which is, if it's what you want, it's great. If you focus on something for 3 minutes, you are starting to attract it into your life. This is what happens when you mix attention and intention. Attention and intention. So an intention is like, I desire this. This is what I'm working towards. This is what I want. This is what I'm seeing myself doing. And then you continually put your attention on that. Okay. I hope that helped because it just really helped. Oh, here's another good line. Understand your attention is an electronic signal, and what you experience as reality is the feedback from this signal you are giving off. So, right, your life ends up reflecting what you're giving off. So continually reflecting, oh my God, panic, worry, fear, the past is going to give off that, and your reality will be more of that. So it doesn't mean sometimes we have moments of like, oh my God, but we don't want to stay or sit in them. If you need to cry it out, if you need to feel those feelings deeply, most of the time we do because they're stuck in our body, move, run, walk, breathe, cry, release, then, right? Then get yourself to a neutral, like a breathing, a little meditating, staring at a candle, some mantras, listen to meditation. And then it's like you can go into, again, the desires, the attention statements, the I now choose to believe statements, the visualizing what you really want instead. So that's kind of move through this. Well, anyways, I hope you have an amazing day. So remember this when you're going through your day, just notice, where are my thoughts? Where's my attention? Where's my focus? What are the beliefs behind it? What are the thoughts behind it? What am I saying? And most importantly, how do you feel? All right. So much love to you.